Can you said you felt funny after the Iraq thing. Can you put your finger on anything, any kind of trauma that you went through, which is...
Was not work. That's when it was kind of funny because I was working for the UN Special Commission, so I was not in uniform. I think the biggest thing, the first thing that came where I started feeling funny is when we were in Iraq, we were in Baghdad, or we were out in the desert destroying camels, or walking down the streets of Baghdad. We didn't have no support. We didn't have 110 guys or 120 guys with weapons around us. We were all there, civilians. Sure, we had bodyguards. We called them miners, and they would be around once in a while, but most of it we were always on our own. And we witnessed people getting executed on the streets of Baghdad, and there was still that big, heavy hatred for the Americans. And then when I went into the fields and that, and we were destroying chemicals and stuff, and they were telling me what to do, I knew that what I'm going to do is going to harm someone, because I could see people living down where I'm going to drop these, where the gases are going to go when I blow them up. So I started getting self-conscious a little bit. So it was very unnerving and very alert at all times. And that's where I sort of felt a little funny. When halfway through my tour, my wife was flown into Cyprus to do a little bit of R&R, I guess you'd call it. And she noticed it right away. She noticed that the nightmares and the headaches, and we went out to the streets, and there was a bit of a demonstration, and I totally lost it. And she had to take me back to the hotel. And she says, "That's not you, Joe."
You had an anxiety attack.
Yeah, and that's not you, Joe. You were never like this. And then it got worse when I got back from Croatia. That's when I thought I was doing all right, but mostly my dear wife, said, "No, you need some help." And it was the constant drinking and the constant avoidance of people and that kind of stuff.
And so what happened in Croatia?
Well, there was a lot of things that happened in Croatia. There's things that we've seen some things I don't want to repeat or say, but I've witnessed body exchanges where they just don't care that their body's been sitting in the sun for 20 days before they even decided to, okay, you can have your parents back. And it was just terrible. After I got back and I had time to think about what I seen or what I did, it really started hitting me. Numbness, I think, was a big one. I was very numb to my children. I was very numb to my wife.
Yeah.
She says, "Joe, this is not normal. This is not normal." And I'm thinking, so I'm not hurting nobody. Just leave me be. I'm okay. She goes, "No, there's not." And she goes, "I'm not going to live this way. You're retired now." So I took the big step to go and I opened up to my physician, my doctor. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "No, that is not normal. And I know there's help for you." Got hooked up with the OSI, and I had a very, very good interview with Michelle. And she told me right from the start, this isn't going to be easy. I said, "Well, it hasn't been easy in the last 3 months anyways, telling these people." She goes, "It's going to get worse before it gets better." I'm very proud of what I did. I'm very proud of being a Canadian soldier. I was very proud since I put the uniform on. Do I have any regrets of what I've done or what I've seen or what I could have stopped? No, I don't. Because I did it because I believe what I was doing. The only regret I do have maybe is not seeking help earlier. I think it would be my biggest regret. I put my wife and children and friends through a lot of shit that I could have avoided if, like you say, like in Iraq, when I started feeling funny, I should have went right there. That is my only regret, is not seeking help earlier for this. Yeah. That would be my only regret.